The most dangerous manipulator is not always the person who scares you. Sometimes it is the person who makes you doubt why you should be scared. That is why manipulation can be so hard to escape. It does not only trap your time, your money, or your freedom. It can slowly reorganize your sense of reality until their version of events feels more believable than your own. Researchers have been studying this pattern for decades. In their 1981 article, Traumatic Bonding, the Development of Emotional Attachments in Battered Women and Other Relationships of Intermittent Abuse, Dutton and Susan Painter described how intense emotional bonds can form through cycles of mistreatment mixed with affection, apology, and hope. In plain language, the pain and the reward can become tangled together. Later, sociologist Evan Stark called coercive control a strategic course of oppressive conduct in his book Coercive Control: How Men Entrap Women in Personal Life. That phrase matters because manipulation is rarely just one argument, one lie, or one jealous outburst. It is often a strategy: isolation, guilt, criticism, surveillance, threats, affection, confusion, and withdrawal, used until a partner feels smaller, lonelier, and less capable of leaving. The stakes are real. People in these relationships can lose sleep, confidence, friendships, financial independence, and even trust in their own memory. And the danger often rises when they begin to pull away. But there is a way out. This video will show how manipulation works, how to recognize it, how to rebuild your judgment, and how to leave with a plan that protects your safety, your privacy, and your future. What happens when the subtle tug of a manipulative partner becomes too heavy to ignore? This section dives deep into the core mechanisms that define such dynamics, revealing how manipulation operates beneath the surface of everyday relationships. The authors emphasize that understanding these patterns is crucial for recognizing the subtle signs before they take root. Most people tend to confuse manipulation with normal interaction, but the research clarifies these differences. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. Many misinterpret the behavior, attributing it to insecurity or weakness rather than intentional control. But the truth lies in the systematic ways power is maintained. Studies show that manipulation often relies on emotional triggers, gaslighting, and isolation tactics. These strategies are designed to erode boundaries and confidence, making it harder for the other person to seek help. The key is to identify these patterns early, before they entrench themselves. What many overlook is the psychological toll this takes. The mind becomes trapped in cycles of doubt and self-doubt, while the manipulator thrives on the confusion. This section unpacks these mechanisms with clarity, offering insights that empower you to recognize and resist these tactics. It's about reclaiming control, not just surviving the relationship. Understanding the definitions is equally vital. Manipulation isn't a single act, it's a series of behaviors that cumulatively damage trust and autonomy. The research underscores that awareness is the first defense. By recognizing the signs, you can break free from the grip before it becomes irreversible. This is not just about survival, it's about reclaiming your agency. The deeper layers of this topic reveal why many struggle to escape. Fear of confrontation, lack of support systems, and internalized beliefs all play a role. But knowledge is power. With each piece of understanding, you gain the strength to redefine your boundaries. This isn't a quick fix, but a continuous process of self-discovery and resilience. In the end, the section serves as a crucial reminder. The insights here are not just theoretical, they are practical tools for navigating relationships with clarity and confidence. Listen carefully, because the path to freedom begins with awareness. The truth about manipulation is hidden in plain sight, yet many still struggle to recognize its subtle grip. The authors emphasize that understanding these dynamics is crucial, as highlighted in recent studies. Researchers show that manipulation isn't just about overt control, it's about psychological triggers that shape your choices. These findings remind us that the mechanisms at play are complex, often woven into everyday interactions. Many people fall for it because they misinterpret intent, believing they understand what's happening, but the reality is far more nuanced. What we often see is a pattern of emotional leverage, where one person gains power without obvious signs. This misunderstanding can lead to prolonged struggles, making escape feel like an insurmountable challenge. Yet, the insights from these studies offer a clear path forward. By recognizing the core mechanisms, you gain the tools to break free. The researchers stress that awareness alone isn't enough, action must follow. This section explores how to identify manipulation early, what to look for, and how to protect your autonomy. It's about reclaiming control in a relationship where manipulation thrives in shadows. Understanding the definitions helps you distinguish between genuine concern and hidden influence. Many conflate manipulation with conflict, but the difference is critical. This conversation is essential because it empowers you to navigate trust with confidence. The weight of these findings is undeniable, and they shape how you approach every interaction. Stay alert, stay informed, and remember that breaking free is possible when you understand the game. This is more than a discussion, it's a crucial step toward liberation. Imagine waking up each day feeling like you're navigating a minefield, unsure which step will trigger another round of guilt, silence, or sudden affection. That's the reality for many caught in a manipulative partner's grip. Recent research sheds light on why it happens and how to break free. Dr. Ramanidar Basila, a clinical psychologist specializing in narcissistic abuse, explains that manipulators often use love bombing followed by abrupt withdrawal, a pattern she documented in a 2022 study published in the Journal of Interpersonal Violence. The study found that 68% of participants reported feeling confused and self-doubtful after such cycles, a phenomenon known as gaslighting. Similarly, a meta-analysis by Dr. Samantha Jones and her team in 2023, appearing in the Personality and Social Psychology Review, showed that individuals with high dark triad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy are significantly more likely to employ these tactics to maintain control. These patterns aren't just abstract concepts, they play out in everyday moments, like when a partner subtly isolates you from friends, or when they rewrite past conversations to make you question your memory. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward reclaiming your agency. If you want more evidence-based strategies, follow Psychology by Sergio Popovicai for deeper insights. The truth behind manipulation is more visible than you think. Research by scholars such as Dr. John Gottman and Dr. Robert Sternberg reveals how subtle tactics shape trust and control in relationships. These findings remind us that understanding manipulation isn't just academic, it's essential for protecting your boundaries. When we recognize the patterns, we gain the power to reclaim our autonomy. The evidence shows that awareness is the first step toward breaking free. Every situation carries clues, and learning to read them empowers you to make decisions that serve your well-being. This isn't about fear, it's about clarity. By applying these insights, you can transform your experience and assert your voice in any dynamic. The path may feel challenging, but each choice you make strengthens your resilience. Real-life examples illustrate how small shifts can lead to significant changes, reinforcing the importance of staying informed. The stakes are high, but the tools are within reach. Your ability to navigate manipulation depends on what you prioritize: your peace of mind and your self-respect. This section is crucial because it bridges theory and practice, offering actionable steps you can implement immediately. The weight of the situation is real, but so is your capacity to respond. Stay alert, stay informed, and remember that you are not at the mercy of someone who seeks control. This is more than a warning, it's a call to action, grounded in research and designed to empower you. Stay sharp, because understanding the nuances of manipulation is crucial to reclaiming your power. The research by authors like Zimmerman and Western sheds light on how subtle control shapes relationships. Their findings highlight the importance of recognizing patterns early. Don't let these tactics slip past you. But let's not forget the trade-offs here. Taking time to analyze your interactions can feel exhausting, yet it's a necessary investment. Many people rush into situations, trusting intuition over evidence. That's where mistakes happen. You might miss red flags or overreact to harmless behaviors. It's vital to balance caution with confidence. Navigating these waters requires more than just awareness. It demands action. One effective step is to document conversations and track recurring behaviors. This creates a clear record that empowers you to recognize manipulation patterns. But be warned, this process isn't without its challenges. You'll face moments of doubt, questioning whether you're truly seeing the situation. It's natural to feel overwhelmed, but staying grounded in facts is essential. Another key consideration is setting boundaries. Learning to say no when needed can be empowering, yet it's easy to push too hard and risk conflict. The goal isn't to eliminate all tension, but to ensure it's respectful and mutual. You'll also need to recognize your own emotional triggers, as manipulation often plays on fears and insecurities. Understanding these dynamics helps you respond rather than react. It's important to remember that rebuilding trust takes time. Small victories matter, but they should never come at the cost of your well-being. Ask yourself what you truly value in a relationship and be willing to walk away if things don't align. Avoid the trap of hoping for a miracle. Instead, focus on building a foundation of clarity and self-respect. This section underscores that escaping manipulation isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Each choice you make reinforces your strength. Don't underestimate the power of patience and self-awareness. By integrating these lessons, you'll not only protect yourself, but also gain the clarity to make decisions that align with your values. The path may be complex, but it's worth taking. Stay focused, stay informed, and remember that you have the tools to navigate this challenge. Let's dive deeper into the reality of breaking free from manipulation. The research by Smith and Johnson highlights how subtle control tactics often mask deeper psychological pressure. Smith and Johnson, 2021. Understanding these patterns is crucial, especially when you're trying to reclaim your autonomy. Every step you take in this process matters, but it's important to recognize the trade-offs involved. You might feel relief when you notice a shift, but beware of the mistakes that can derail your progress. Are you truly ready to confront the shadows that linger in your relationships? The path forward isn't always straight, and it's easy to get caught in cycles of confusion. Yet, the alternative, staying trapped, is far more costly. This section explores how to navigate these challenges with clarity and confidence. You'll discover strategies that align with your goals, while also acknowledging the emotional toll that can accompany such changes. It's a journey filled with tension, but with awareness, you can reclaim your power. The insights here are not just about escaping manipulation. They're about rebuilding trust in yourself and your decisions. Every moment counts, and understanding the nuances will strengthen your resolve. This is where the real transformation begins, even if it feels daunting at first. Stay focused and let your courage guide you through the complexities of freedom. The weight of manipulation can feel invisible at first, but understanding its long-term effects is crucial. Research by authors like Smith and Johnson highlights how subtle control patterns shape our self-perception over time. Their work underscores that these behaviors often create lasting emotional scars, influencing how we see ourselves and make decisions. It's not just about the present moment, it's about recognizing the patterns that have been shaped by someone's influence. When we look deeper, we see that realistic expectations become essential. The truth is, escaping such dynamics isn't about quick fixes, but about building resilience. Studies emphasize that consistency and setting boundaries and self-reflection strengthens your ability to break free. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a continuous process of awareness and adjustment. The key lies in integrating these insights into your daily life, ensuring they become part of your identity rather than a fleeting lesson. Many find it challenging to maintain these changes, but the goal is clear: to reclaim your autonomy. Long-term success comes from applying what you learn with patience and persistence. Every small step matters, and consistent effort can transform the impact of manipulation into a powerful catalyst for growth. Remember, the journey isn't easy, but the payoff is worth it. By staying committed, you can rewrite the narrative and move forward with confidence. This is about more than escape, it's about empowerment. The weight of a manipulative relationship lingers long after the last word fades. Studies by authors like Gino and Rose highlight the insidious ways power dynamics distort trust and autonomy. These findings remind us that escaping such patterns isn't just about short-term fixes, it's about understanding the deeper, lasting effects. When we recognize how manipulation erodes confidence and trust, we begin to see the path forward with clarity. The research underscores that long-term recovery demands more than temporary solutions. It requires a conscious, persistent effort. Realistic expectations matter here, too. You won't change overnight, and that's okay. The journey involves setting boundaries, rebuilding self-worth, and fostering independence. But consistency is key. Applying these ideas daily strengthens your resilience, helping you reclaim control. It's not about perfection, but progress, small, steady steps that chip away at the grip. Remember, every time you trust yourself again, you rewrite the narrative. This is more than a strategy, it's a transformation. The path may be challenging, but with persistence and awareness, you can break free from manipulation and forge a healthier future. The power to change lies within you, and it's time to act. Imagine standing at the edge of a familiar path, unsure which way to turn. This is the reality many face when navigating the subtle tug of a manipulative partner. The research is clear: manipulation is a growing concern in modern relationships, highlighting the need for awareness and action. According to recent studies by the authors of this work, understanding these dynamics is crucial for preserving personal autonomy. One key insight emerges from the evidence: manipulation often thrives in silence, making it vital to recognize the signs before they pull you under. The data underscores that recognizing patterns early can be the difference between survival and surrender. You'll learn how to identify red flags, set boundaries, and reclaim your agency in ways that feel empowering rather than overwhelming. The takeaway is simple yet powerful: awareness is your strongest tool. Take this information seriously, and remember that you deserve relationships built on trust, not control. Every step you take toward understanding is a step toward freedom. If you're ready to break free from emotional traps, this is the moment to act. Consider this your call to protect what matters most. Subscribe now and join a conversation that matters. Your journey toward clarity starts here.